guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for July 1st, 2018. So, this was a good reading week for me. It wasn't what I planned to do, but I had a lot of library books come in the week before, and I knew that I need to get them read because I knew that Tome Topple was coming up at the end of the month. So I thought, okay, I got to read as many of my library books as I can and see if I like them and then, read them. So I actually read several, and then one I didn't quite finish. So we'll talk about that when we get there. And then I'll talk about what I'm reading currently, and then what I would like to read in the next week. So the book I was reading on Sunday was Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay. This is a Australian modern classic written in 1967. So this is the story takes place in 1900, where a group of girls go on a supervised trip to this local park for a picnic, and 3 of the girls and one of the chaperones, one of the teachers, goes missing. And it's the mystery that goes around that with all the people connected to the college, like the headmistress, who wasn't there, but it's her school. And then, one of the other teachers who was there and her perspective, and some of the students who were there or not there. And then other people who were related somehow with what they saw and what they didn't see. So I really enjoyed this book. I was pleasantly surprised. It was just fun, but weird, and I didn't know where it was going, and I got to the end, and I'm like, whoa, and it still wasn't, it was kind of a different kind of ending than I normally enjoy. I actually had to go online, and I kind of looked to see what other people thought, because I don't usually do that. I watch booktube reviews, like wrap-ups of things I've read, other things I've seen, but I don't usually go online and search to see what other people say about this book. But I guess because it was written a while ago and there's a lot of stuff written on it, it was fun to kind of go back and read even just the Wikipedia page on it. It was just interesting. So I haven't decided if I'm going to watch the movie. I guess there's a movie that came out just a couple years after the book came out, and I guess it's supposed to be pretty good. But mostly I just wanted to read this book because Simon at Savage Reads had talked about it, and as I said, I try to read Australian fiction when I can. I have a friend who lives there, so I keep thinking I gotta pick up some more classics from there, and a modern classic was a good idea. And I really enjoyed this, and I would totally recommend it. Just if you want a quick read that's very weird. Like I said, it's weird. It's not what you think it is, and I think that's what it was kind of cool. Then next I picked up West by Carrie Davies, and this is the book that I did not complete. So I've read 106 pages out of 149. I'm about 66%, about, a little bit more than maybe 70%. I wanted to like this book. As I said, I've heard a lot of people rave about it and how much they liked it, and I agree. The prose itself is written so concisely. There's no extra words anywhere. It's very clean that way. A little bit too much sometimes for me, but really overall it was written really well. That was not my problem. My problem comes to logic, and why would you do that, and why would you do that for so long? So Cy Bellman sees an article about big bones discovered in Kentucky, and he gets it in his head that there are these huge creatures out west that just nobody has seen yet. So I'm guessing this is like in the early 1800s. I guess it's after the Lewis and Clark expedition. So it's got to be a little bit after that. And, which I didn't look up to see what date that was. Darn it, I don't remember. So he goes off, he leaves his 10-year-old daughter with his sister, and they take care of his homestead while they're gone. He has like a mule business, so they raise mules. So there's two things going on here. There's the Cy going off into the wilderness and his adventures, which are really unrealistic in some ways, but I mean, some of it's good. I mean, yeah. Anyway, and then the girl is growing up, without her father, and she has these creepy guys that are after her, and she's like little. Anyway, I don't know. I had problems with this from that. I get it, but I don't get it. Like, that to me is just, ew. So by page 106, I was pretty much, I don't care anymore. I don't care about the characters, like, about, at least not Sai. I don't care. He doesn't make sense to me why he's still out there after 2 years. And I don't know why he's hanging out with this Native American who he can't really communicate with except by, you know, gesturing, even though they've been together for like a year, if not more. I don't know. So, I don't know. Have you guys read this book? I'm about ready to just, you know, DNF. I mean, I probably will. I do want to watch Shaun the Book Maniac and Doris from Aldi Books did a combination review together as they were reading it, like buddy read thing. So I might watch those just to see if I want to continue. I mean, I have just over 40 pages left and I just cannot make myself read this. And I'm not sure I want to. So if you guys have read this, let me know and what you thought and if you think I should I should try. I then read Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. This is the second in the Murderbot Diaries. These novellas are they're fun. Like, this was just fun. Like, I like the first one, All Systems Red, much better. But I think it was because it was a different kind of story. This still had action and it still had some questions and there's, you know, trying to figure out what happened in Murderbot's past. I loved Art, who was the research transport that that Murderbot got on to sneak aboard, and it was to get from one station to another. And I just love their interactions, especially at the beginning when they're learning about each other. It was fun. I think these are just fun, and as I said, nothing earth shattering to me. I enjoyed it, and I will definitely pick up the next one. I think the next one's Rogue Protocol is coming out in September, I think. Anyway, I will probably still get that from the library as well. When I can finally get to it, because the waiting lists are pretty long on these. But I think these novellas are fun, and I would definitely still say you should read them. And then I picked up Down a Dark Hall by Louise Duncan. Again, this is young adult horror from 1974, and I thought this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. And I can see why this is going to make a movie. Like, they're making, I guess the movie's coming out later this summer. And I'd seen a preview and I went, that's based off her book? And I was like, I don't remember that book. And I don't know if I ever read it. I don't remember a word of it if I did. Nothing clicked when I was reading it. So I don't think I did. I think I missed this one. But I read quite a few of her books back when I was a very young teenager. And I read young adult horror. You know, with the likes of Christopher Pike and R.L. Stine and that kind of stuff. But this was really good. It has to do with a young girl who is sent to a boarding school while her mother is remarried and going on a European vacation or honeymoon. So she needs to have somewhere to go for that fall. So she got enrolled in this boarding school, and turns out there's only her and 3 other students. So there's something weird going on right there. And then strange things start to happen and the students start acting weird, and, you know, and the teachers are not really telling them what's going on. And then it goes from there. And I would say it definitely classifies in the ghost story kind of thing, where it's creepy, big house, Blackwood, and it's out in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. And it's all, they have gates and they're locked in pretty much. There's no town close enough for them to go to. And of course they'd have to walk, and it's way far away. And it was just fun. It was a great little horror story. I really enjoyed it, and I liked the end. So I'm probably going to watch the movie. I probably won't see it in the theater. I'm really bad about going to the theater right now. So I will probably wait till it comes out on video, or, you know, I can see it on Netflix or rent it or something. But I thought I liked that. It was really fun. As I said, I like her stuff. And again, I haven't read her since I was a teenager, although I still own Ransom, which now I kind of want to pick up and reread because it's been so many years, and that's the only one I ever owned of hers that I kept. All the rest of them I think I got from the library, so I don't know, I still have that one. Anyway, so then what I'm currently reading, I still have Bitten by Kelly Armstrong, again, book 1 in the Women of the Otherworld urban fantasy series. I'm listening to this on audiobook. I didn't listened to it any this week. I just never picked up my audiobook. So hopefully this next week I will, because I'm planning to exercise. I gotta do it, guys. So anyway, this is what I'm gonna be listening to if I do. Against werewolves. Great. As I said, it's a reread, so well, I mean, I've read it, so I'm listening to the audiobook because I'm trying to get to the series so I can get back into it. Right now I am reading The Firebird by Susanna Kearsley. This is the first book I'm reading for Tome Topple. So Tome Topple is taking place between June 29th and July 12th. So we're trying to read books that are over 500 pages. So this is the first book. Technically, I started this on Thursday. I made a decision that I wasn't going to arbitrarily not read a book for Thursday just because Tome Topple didn't start till Friday. So technically, yes, I'm kind of cheating. But in other ways, no, I'm still picking up tomes and I figure that's good enough. Sorry. This book is historical fiction following two timelines, one in the 1700s and the other in, modern day. This is like loosely based or loosely connected to The Winter Sea. And so I read that one or reread it a couple weeks ago in order to read this book. So this one has to do with Russia, and so far it's super interesting. I mean, I'm almost done. I mean, I'm like burning to finish this book. I got 90 pages left, so I am definitely going to finish this today at some point. Susanna Kearsley is definitely an author I need to get more books and read more than by. This is only the second book I've read by her. I don't know why. I read one and then never read any more. So, but I'm definitely going to pick up more of hers. I do like this style of her books and stuff. So, and then I do have two library books that I'm probably going to try to read between now and Thursday when they're due. So I have Forest Bathing by Dr. Is it Quing Lee? I didn't look that up. Sorry about that, guys. Which is the Japanese art and science of Shinrin Yoku, which is how trees can help you find health and happiness. Anyway, it's super easy. Like there's a lot of pictures too. I'm sorry, I'm missing. But I figure I'm going to just break this up into the next 4 days and just read a little bit every day. I know I normally don't do that, but this is a nonfiction book, so I figure that's the only way I'm going to get this done, because I want to read stuff keep reading for Tome Topple, but this looks like it's going to be pretty fast. So I think I'm just going to split it up into 4 chunks, so I read a chunk every day and try to get that done, because again, it's due on the 5th and I can't renew it. And then I also have Paper Girls Volume 4, which is a science fiction about these girls in the 80s that get sucked into kind of some different timelines, and things are happening. And I really liked the first volume. I think first and second, and then third was kind of eh. So this is my try again to see if I still like the series or not. So we'll see what happens. And then last, the books I'll pick up after the Firebird that are for Tome Topple. So I'm either going to pick up The Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which is a sci-fi about, I think, a planet that's germinated, supposed to be for humans to be able to go there. And it starts another, an alien species. I don't know. Sounds interesting. I love that they're supposed to be really good aliens. And then the other book I might pick up is The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. Again, I've heard so much stuff about this since earlier this year, and I just been meaning to pick this up, and it's just sitting there staring at me on my shelf. So that is everything. So I did pretty good. I got through most of my library books. I still have a couple more to go before they're due on the 5th, so I need to read those. I do want to put in here that I have one more library books waiting for me. I have The Poppy War, by R.F. Is it Chang? I can't remember what her last name is. I'm sorry. But The Poppy War. So I hear really good things about this. This is one of those books I'm not quite sure if I'm going to like it, because sometimes I like the ones where the orphans go to the school and, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think it's a young adult novel, so I mean, it's not like that. It's just, it sounds like it should be really good, but a lot of war. So I could like it. I could love it. Who knows? But anyway, so I have that. I have to go pick that up. this week. So I'll probably pick it up when I drop off the other books. So anyway, so what are you guys reading this week? Anything happening for, if you're in the US for the 4th of July holiday? I am probably going to stay home and read all day. So maybe I'll get a lot done between my library books and Tome Topple. I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.